Yes, I see my sister there. Oduma is live already, guys. Hi, sis. How you doing? I hope this lady will join. The lady that made me want to do this topic today. I hope she will join because she's Ivan. You know how I can send a link to somebody so they can join? You know how I can send a link? No, I don't know how I can send a link to someone to join. Okay, guest. I can add guest, invite guest. Okay, I can do it. I see a place where I can invite guest. So I hope she's here because she's the one that made me want to do this topic. My crooked head. So let her join because I'm not gonna tell you where is I've been so busy, guys. It's not even a joke. Trying to get my account back and so now I have both of my Facebook back. I still have some accounts I need to get back. But that being said, hey Cookie, I hope you didn't close my tabs because I have some tabs open. You did, you did. I'm not saying you did it deliberately, but you did because I don't have my information I'm looking for. Hello, people. As you are coming in, you are sharing, you are inviting people so that we can have a meaningful session. Okay. As you are coming in, you are sharing so we can. Hi, Miss Annie. Hi, Miss Annie. Hi, Caroline. Yes. As you're coming in, you're sharing so we can have a meaningful session. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I think today I can see my comments here. So let's see. Let's see. Okay. 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 I'm trying to close some tabs up so I'll have if I need to. Okay. And I probably will move this way because then I don't know if you see me okay. And that's for like when it's here. Let me move my vitamins aside, my ensure aside. How's everyone doing, my people, my people? How's everyone doing? Even when I'm not ready, when I don't feel like coming online because of you guys, I think it's still better here. I'm just, I just want to have it in a way that when I'm reading, you guys say you won't buy me devices. So we're gonna make use of what I have like that. So when I'm reading, I'm not looking away. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. Okay. Okay, my people. Okay, okay, my people. Okay, okay. Most of the situation I'm going in with retrieving my accounts, I can't close some of the tab because then I'm going to be looking for them. Yes, people. Welcome back to April Worldwide. Hi, Doris. How are you doing, Miss Minta? My name is Mamleko Godwins, and I am a psych nurse practitioner. I am a single mother of 2 boys. I am a proud divorcee, and yes, I come your way through this platform called EPA Worldwide, a platform where I educate. I started sharing my story with trauma, abuse, parental alienation, its harmful effects on my kids, and a lot of work I put in to help my kids, and also share with you the detrimental effect of this. And this is a situation that is caused by a parent, a grown adult, and the effects are very um, detrimental to the kids' development, their mental health, their psychological health, their social health, personality, academic health, everything. And as a result of the pain involved, cost involved in undoing some of the habits that were put in place, I don't want you, my viewer, my followers, to go through that. If in case you come across a friend, a family, yourself going through any of these things, so you know that, Epa said it. Let me start working on it. Let me start saying something. Let me stop this so that it doesn't affect my kids badly. Well, this effect can last a lifelong. And we talk about husbands, spouses that are very toxic to their partners. It starts from the foundation. So you don't want to develop these things in your kids so that eventually they become great husbands. However, the great husband means they should be good, right? Caring, empathetic. They should have the best interest of the people under their care in their home at heart. But unfortunately, that's not what we see. They are good husbands, they are good caregivers. That's what they know. They see their fathers doing, their parents doing, so that's what they know how to do best. However, how to be socially appropriate, how to be verbally appropriate, how to communicate appropriate with the people that are in their hands. They are unable to do that. And that is how come we have this platform, EPA, Educating the Public on Parental Alienation. I teach, I coach, I talk about mental health, and I talk about all these situations, including the family law system and how we can thrive and be the system people, because the system is not for you. The best person to take care of your kids for you, protect your kids, is who? It is you and I. It's not a system. Once a system has to come involved, get involved, child custody, um, uh, uh, was in a child support and everything, then the decision making becomes their portion to do. And why do you deliberately, willingly decided to engage intimately with somebody to produce this case that didn't ask to come? However, guess what? They are here. You want someone else to decide before you take care of them. As a result, guess what? It becomes a situation where it's battle between two people, and who is the most victim? The kids who get in the middle of it. That's what we want to prevent here. That's what we want to prevent here with our conversations. Okay, where's my other phone? My Ivan, the phone. I only see the one you gave to me. Never mind, it's in my bag here. So today, last week, so we have, that is my long introduction, people. So if you are new here, kindly share this video. If you are new, kindly subscribe to my channel. If you are new here and you are old and you haven't considered subscribing yet, it's a free will. It's not costly. Just push the button. You see a bell, turn the notification, put all, and every time I come online, you will see my content. And if it's something that interests you, you can also support. At the bottom of the discussion, you will see where it says, it will tell you to support me. Basically, it tells you to give me stars. Over here is called super chat. Okay, so you are free to send me super chats, just like Facebook. You can send me what's the name? Facebook, you can send me stars. Here you can send me super chats. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all your effort. And yes, I am pleased to have you back on my timeline. Right. What are we talking about today? We are talking about OCD and OCPD. I'm trying to open the video so I can see your screen here.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sale.
Great. I can see you here. Yes. So at the bottom of your screen, you can see a sign that is a cash dollar sign. Yes, that's how you send me super chat to support if you like what I'm doing. Hi, Miss Grant. Good to have you back. Yes, so let me try and go live for like a minute or two on, that's if this will even log me in, on Facebook to try and invite them in. I don't know. I signed up for, this thing bothers me a lot. I signed up for unlimited and still I can have unlimited. Look at, I just want to log in and it's buffering. It's forcing me to not be happy. Let's see if this will work. I know this account is not working, but let's see if it will let me come live with this. See, sorry, you can't post on Facebook from this account. Exactly. I know it. I know it. It's not news to me. However, this is also session experience. Right, how? See what I'm saying? I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's try and go here. I think I'll be able to come in. Just trying to invite the Facebook folks to come over. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. It's a matter of time, people. Yes, so if you are on Facebook, know that we are live and colored on YouTube. Kindly join us. Yes. Okay. So last week, if you have not watched last week's video is on YouTube. I shared it on Facebook, and I was talking about OCD, oppositional defiant, no, obsessive compulsive, disorder. And then one of the viewers also joined and she said something about OCPD. So I'm like, P sound like something that has to do with personality. So why don't we make it a date another week and talk about the two so we know the differences? Okay. So with the OCPD, so if you are on Facebook, know that we are on YouTube. I just came to invite you over to YouTube whilst we do stay there and do our Psycho Ed class today. People who are active on YouTube, you are welcome to join us there. I will cut this off eventually because I want you on YouTube so we can have it on one platform. All right. So we were talking the other day on OCD. As a result, I explained with OCD, you have the obsession. The obsession is the intrusive disturbing thoughts that constantly causes you to put in place a behavior. It gets you to be anxious. So when the thoughts get you to be anxious, uncomfortable thoughts get you to be anxious and distressed, it causes you to be what? That is the oppositional. I keep saying oppositional. Obsession, that's the obsession part. Then the compulsion is the behavior that you do take, the action you take to help ease your anxiety related with the obsession. You understand? You're worried about, oh, yeah, the house is burning. Oh, I didn't put off the fire. Hey, I didn't put off the oven. Oh, I didn't unplug the iron. What could, hey, my God, the house is burning. Hey, let me. So in the middle of the way going to work, this distressful thought gets you to put a behavior in place. The behavior means, let me come back. So for how many times you're going to be returning home to be doing what? Turning off the fire, turning off the light, turning off what, putting off, unplugging the microwave, unplugging the iron, all that. However, and understand that with that, you experiencing it, you know what is going on with you. You know what's going on with your body. You know that it's distressful, and you're trying to do things in place to make you feel a little eased up with it. It's affecting you mainly. However, With obsessive compulsive personality disorder, guess what it's doing? It's affecting your relationships, your associations, everybody around you, because you are concrete mind. You have this concrete mindset. You are so inflexible. You have this personality that has to do with mamless perfectionism. You have a perfectionist personality disorder whereby everything must be rigid. It is this way and it's not, flexible on it. I'm a perfectionist. However, my perfectionism is not the one that causes that kind of pain. I am also able to do shortcuts to make life easy for me. In that case, it's not a disorder. However, it's part of my personality. You understand? When you have the obsessive compulsive personality disorder type, it is a distressful situation whereby you enjoy associations. Associations will not enjoy you. Everybody coming around you will be walking away. You are working, and those people are some of the pain people that can be a pain in the behind people, because the thing has to be done this way. They are not so flexible, and if it's not done that way, then they are going to be writing you up. Imagine having a manager like that when everything is strict, rigid, 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 rigid. Yes, people, thank you for joining. We are going to leave here. We are still on YouTube if you want to join us on YouTube. Mavis, let's send. Yeah, okay, people. So, obsession, OCD, is ruled by what? Intrusive thoughts called obsession that causes anxiety and force the person to perform compulsions for relief. The compulsions are the behavior you do as a result of the obsession. The obsession is causing you to be anxious, distressed. Now, behavior becomes the compulsion. So you constantly have to be doing these behaviors. Why? Because you need to relieve the stressful thoughts, the unwanted thoughts. On the other hand, OCPD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, is ruled by what? Perfectionism and detail. You are detail oriented, but you are not so flexible with your detail orientation and with your perfectionism aspect of your life. You understand? Unlike individuals with OCD, people with OCPD are not self-aware. The thoughts, as an OCD person, the thought is making me feel anxious and I'm, feeling bad, right? And I can't get the thought away. However, with OCPD, you don't realize that is what you are doing. You don't realize your behavior is causing relationship. You don't realize your behavior is turning people away from you. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome on board, everyone. You understand? You are not self-aware and can hurt people around you. You see the difference? Okay. So I want us to get to the obsessive compulsive personality disorder today. Last week it was OCD. Today I started with the both so that you just see the difference. However, we are going to get to the bottom of it, okay? Good evening. Good evening. What is obsessive compulsive personality disorder? It's not unusual for somebody to be what? Diligent. They are excessively diligent. Orderliness or stubborn. Being stubborn is part of my personalities, right? I don't take no for an answer. I don't back out. I don't back down. When I believe in something, I'm on it. Yes. Is it at the point where it's detrimental? That is where it becomes a disorder. I don't think mine is at the point where it's detrimental. You understand? When I'm discussing Cora and Justin issue, you saw last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks, how people drag my name and stuff. You saw that didn't make me stop. However, did also not make me bring the people also. When you become rigid, that is when you are going to go any mile to also prove yourself. No, I am who I am. I believe in myself. I have confidence in myself. I have self-esteem. My self-esteem and confidence is not reliant on other people. So because of that, even people will tell me, oh, This is the information, let's do this. I don't. You guys saw what I did. I didn't. I have to be an example for any young person out there looking at me. You understand? And that is not even my most important thing. There are legal aspects of things. And when you want to take legal actions, you can't go certain routes. You understand? So I'm just bringing these things up as an example. So you see, you try to, so you can understand what I'm trying to explain to you. Okay. So with this person, they said what? They are stubborn. In some cases, those personality traits can even come what? In handy. I told you, it can come in handy where you can stand up for yourself, you fight for yourself, you believe in what you are, you advocate for yourself and others. However, when those traits are taken to an extreme, they can reduce the quality of the person's physical, emotional, and social well-being. And you guys saw that whereby just a sneak peek cause somebody the next morning I'm at work 5:30, 6:30 I'm at work, somebody is already up like 4 a.m. because we have 2 hours ahead of them. 2 hours ahead of them, they're already up, having sleepless nights because of effort. So you see how it can make you, some of these personalities, being a narcissist, being somebody that has bitterness, you see how it can affect your life. It can cause you to be depressed. It can cause you to be anxious. It can cause you to have sleepless night, insomnia. It's unhealthy. And me, I choose me. I choose me and my mental health, because without my mental health, I won't be here. I won't be talking to you. I won't have a healthy conversation with you. You get it? Okay. Emotional, it can affect their physical health, their emotional health, and their social well-being. People with obsessive compulsive personality disorder have a fixation with perfection, control, orderliness, control, perfectionism, orderliness. Everything must be. When I put this pen here and I come back, it better be there. It is different from somebody cleaning the floor and constantly wanting the place clean. That person have OCD. But when the person leave this here, and it has nothing to do with you. But when the person leave the kitchen this way, and you come and move this and put it here, and she come, and hey, the whole world is coming to an end. That is the personality aspect. They are fixated, they are rigid, they are not flexible. Salt can be here in the kitchen. The same salt can be here, and it should be okay. With them, oh no, the way I arrange it, everything better left alone like that. And that's the issue we have with obsessive OCPD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder people. People with OCPD have a fix. We talked about that already. Their preoccupation is severe enough to lead to impairment. Picture a student who is so focused on small details that they fail to complete an assignment. He's so focused on this detail that the most important thing is finishing an assignment, and they don't end up doing it. It is like dealing with a robot. Yes, robot don't reason like you. Robot is programmed to reason, so they are static. They are not dynamic. They don't like change. Thank you for bringing that up. They don't like change. I see here I can add guests. However, I don't know how to do it. So if you want me to add you, let's see. Yet is secretly disordered with all the perfectionism. It is tiring to deal with. Yes, yes, that is perfectly stated. It can be tiring. It's draining. It exhausts your energy and the people around you. It exhausts them because you don't give anybody freedom. Everybody must live this life rigidly, statically in your eyes, okay? We talk about the student example. Or imagine someone whose moral code is so inflexible. See what I'm saying? Inflexible. The other day on Facebook, I talked about, and the video is still on the page, I talked about what principles guides your life. You are so inflexible that everything is rigid. You guide your life with religion. And religion, this is what God says we should do. So you are not flexible on it. You see why I told you guys that me, I practice and I do everything as a witness. I practice Jehovah Witness doctrine. Though I'm not a baptized publisher, I'm not a Jehovah Witness. They don't acknowledge me as a witness, but that is what I know. So I practice Jehovah Witness doctrine. However, I told you guys that I cannot be so rigid. I don't want to be tied down with all these rules whereby even you can associate with a family member that is a family member that has been removed from the congregation and all those things. You understand? That is their doctrine. Just as you people in Pentecost and other places, you have your doctrines that you tie people's neck with it. You don't want them to breathe and causes people like Osinechi to pass away because they believe that suffering is accepted and suffering is what Jehovah God wants you to endure. That is not healthy. That is not healthy. A person with OCPD may not be aware of their condition or see a need to change. And that is where the problem is. When they are static, when they are concrete, when they don't want to, I say, oh, nobody is perfect, right? Me, you know how many times I do stuff here and you guys reach out to me and tell me and I accept or make changes. I have people I follow on this page. I follow on Nana, I follow on Oduma, I follow on a lot of my mothers too on the page. Shout out to you, Miss Linda Beckins. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you are watching me. And I don't know if how many more days you have or weeks you have. But I just want you to know that I miss you. Miss Aina, I hope you are doing well. Miss Didi, I hope you are doing well. Miss Glitz Grandma, I hope you are doing wonderful. I love you all and I miss you all. And I want you to know that if I don't mention your name, that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Okay. People with OCPD have a, did we get there yet? Okay. In fact, they may believe that the other people are the ones who should change. See the difference? The person with OCPD, they don't realize that they have a problem. They think you are the problem. Just like the narcissist, it's always your problem. The camera is always this way. It's never this. It's always got to be this way. It got to be that way. It's never. Feel me? However, if you are okay, guys, I'm gonna leave. We are on YouTube and we're gonna finish it there. You're welcome to join us on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my YouTube videos, share my YouTube videos, and let's grow together on YouTube. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, Facebook. I'll follow you guys later. Yes, my true EPA gangsters are those that are here, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Okay. My true EPA lovers. When we come to YouTube and I see you there, I know you are a true EPA fan. Okay. Yes. In fact, they may believe that other people are the ones who should change. People with OCPDs, people with OCPD have a tendency to impose their high standards on others. Like me, when I said I have high expectations for my kids, I have high standard for my kids, right? But hey, I have an advanced degree, so you also need to have at least. Basically, it's not a too much expectation. It's a reasonable expectation to say, hey, be serious, be a studious person, pay attention to details, focus on your schoolwork, do your schoolwork. I want you to do well in life, right? Does it always go that way easily? No. And that is why you insist with guidance, direction, support, private tutoring, things like that to provide those things for the kids, okay? And extra support because sometimes they will listen to others and not you. And whilst others listen to me and see me valuable, sometimes the people that have you don't see your value. And it's normal for that to happen. You understand? It's normal for you to be a doctor or a pastor. Look at how many pastors. Look at Duncan Williams. Look at his son. I understand he has bipolar, but he does substances too, a whole lot of things. So you can imagine life is not that easy, life is not that easy. Um, I service people, but you don't always tell your kids to do something and they see it as a pleasant thing. And it's normal with you, which is why you seek a therapist, you seek paid services for your kids. I do. I pay paid services for my kids sometimes, including extra classes, co-curricular activities, support systems that will be beneficial to them. Coaches do the same. Okay. For example, a husband with OCPD might refuse to let his wife help plant a garden unless the wife agrees to follow his strict methodology. The person with OCPD, they are not flexible. They have a strict rule that everybody must follow. There is inflexibility in their life. There is inflexibility around them. And I cannot live like that. So yes, I'm a perfectionist, but I know how to cut, like have a short route. I don't go all the way. Every time being on the highway. No, we always have to be flexible enough to be able to do shortcuts. Put it that way. Yeah, I don't want to work hard in my life and my stage where I am in life. I want to work smart and still make good money. Yes. So when I go to work, I do my job to the best of my knowledge. I'm detail oriented, but if it's something I need to do, reach it from a 10 feet, I don't have to go 20 feet, 20 miles to get to it. I will go there 10 miles to get to it. Yes. The moral codes are for others, but secret. Com- compartmentalized self can do whatever compulsions arises. Okay. Yet he is secretly disordered with all the perfectionism. It is it is tiring to deal with. Yes, it is tiring. A husband that is like these people. It's just like having a what's the name, a nurse person that you are dealing with. They are focused. This person, the sad thing about this person is they don't know what they are doing. The only difference between not the only, the difference between this person and the narcissist person is this person don't know that their actions is causing harm. Their actions is causing relationship. Whereby, and this person also find it distressful when you don't follow the rules, and it's frustrating to them if they come and you mess up what their rules, their strict rules in place. The next person knows, the next person is feeding on the energy, so it needs the return vibration. You see that? Okay. But this person with the OCPD person, provided it's either you want to do it or you don't. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. They will just stay away from you. You understand? But provided you agree to do this gardening that they want you to do to help them, are you going to do this, follow the rules? If not, then forget it. Okay. Unsurprisingly, this rigid approach of life can lead to difficulty maintaining relationships or adapting to new circumstances. Loneliness is, and that is a fact because when everybody gets tired of your behavior, nobody want to stay around you. So they move away, you're going to be left lonely. So that is whereby self-doubt comes in. You start questioning yourself. What is it? Why don't people like me? Why don't this? Why don't that? You become lonely. You self-isolate. So this person with OCPD can develop a lot of other phobias, like social phobias, increased anxiety, a lot. They can become isolated. So they can end up having loneliness and depression. They say loneliness and depression may develop as relationships deteriorate. And that is true because they don't know that they have a problem. So as a result, they become depressed and question why. Why is this person doing this to me? Why? Because it's never them. They don't know. So they think it's somebody else's fault. The person with OCPD may avoid or quit activities they don't immediately excel in. If there is some activity like maybe an academic project or something that they don't they are perfectionists, right? So if they can't exceed in it, what do? They quit it altogether, because that is what will maintain their self-confidence. I told you guys in my instance where I have to pass. If I cannot have anything less than B. If I have in some instances I may have a C, but maybe because that is the most I could do under the circumstances. But me, it's always have to be a B or A for me. If I start the class and I'm not feeling the teacher's vibe, especially like a math class, I'm not a great student when it comes to math. The teacher got to be on that board, solving, showing me how to go from point A to point B to point C to point Z. Especially when you are doing statistics and you have all these levels of math layers to go. Sometimes you use this method here. After this, you find an answer. You still go to a different method to complete another group, all the way before you get your answer. I need a teacher that can be standing up there. So I was in a class one time where the teacher would just sit down and be treating the math like an English class. I would drop out of the class. So I'm always, as soon as I sign up for the class, save yourself, your children going to college, save them. Know the withdrawal date. Know the deadline when you withdraw and you get 100% of your money back. Deadline when you get 70% back, 75, 50, 25, and now. Know when you drop, you won't get your money back, but you will get W grade instead of staying in the class and struggle and end up with the F grade, and it affects your GPA. You see what I'm saying? So this is me for you. So in this case, they said what the people with OCPD, they quit altogether. With me, no, I'm just quitting that class for that minute because the teacher is not good for me. I want to have good grade, A or B at least. So let me withdraw, let me realign, and let me go and research about a different teacher that will help me pass this class. Because me, I want to do well, but my doing well is dependent on a good teacher, right? You are here because you fell in love with me, right? You fell in love with what I teach. You fell in love with, and that is me. So if I'm in a class, I need to understand what you're teaching me. And if I can understand it, then why am I there? So this is the extent to which my perfectionism goes. It's not to cause anybody harm. It's not just to guide myself to remain achieve my goals pretty much. Okay. The person with OCPD may avoid or quit activities. We talk about that they are not excelling in it. They limit their potential. You see, in addition, an intense focus on perfectionism can lead to anxiety, eating disorders, and other physical and mental problems, which I agree. You know that I see this somebody having a like anorexia, somebody being anorexic can have this personality disorder because they just feel like they are too big. If you cook for them, this is too big. The portions, it has to be this way or not. So I cannot see somebody with an eating disorder going through this. And you know, when somebody have eating disorder, it means they have anxiety disorder. It means they have depressive disorder because they are all tied in there. That is why you use CBT to help them. Sometimes you use antidepressants to help them. Okay, so this can cause a lot of stresses in life for people who are dealing with this kind of OCPD. It can be very distressful. I want you to know that. So I'm looking at it and over controlled with personality behavior. Hey, you want to go there? Borderline personality disorder. Ask yourself, why is it that when somebody have borderline personality disorder, you can be treating their depression forever and it will not resolve. They will never come and tell you they're okay. It's either today they want to commit suicide or tomorrow they want to do this or tomorrow they want to do that. And there's a specific therapy if you tell them that you can use too. But you have to be careful. You have to assess the situation very well. So since we're not talking about therapies, let's not go there. But yes, over controlled with a borderline personality disorder or OCPD correlation. Yes, it appears like a cross between cluster B. That can be very distressful, and cluster C disorders. He is currently mapping with psychotherapist and psychoanalyst. See, this is like a serious, your whole entire life, you can't have a fruitful, meaningful relationship. And you won't feel, you are always watching your shoulders. because you are not comfortable in yourself. You understand? It gets to a point like OCPD, you are worrying about how every association you find yourself in, they walk away on. Somebody have to understand this to live with you and be able to put up with you, be able to tolerate you. And you see, if you have a good spouse, they will tolerate you enough to also implement therapy with you because you have to do exposure therapy with them. He put the cap here. He come, you move it, and the whole world is coming to an end. A good spouse understands what you are going through and will make sure they do move it. That's the exposure right there. So that when you come and you want to start going at them, they use the strategies that are being learned in therapy with you. Having a family therapy or coming to your therapist with your support system can also help because your support system comes into your session with you, comes home and help you implement the sessions, what they teach you in your session. You know, exactly, Miss Caroline, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You understand? It helps. Support system goes a long way in this journey when it comes to mental health, coping, and especially personality disorders are some of the difficult mental health disorders that gets treated in mental health history. It can be very, and if you don't have, because some of the things you learn these coping things, the coach, therapist will teach you the things, but when you come home, what happens if you don't have support system? You just go right back into your depressive mood, buried in the middle of your bed again, your couch again, and you don't implement them, and it becomes a waste. So you be in therapy for years, taking medication for years, and understand it's a behavior. It's the behavior that they are treating, the CBT. But however, when the behavior is not managed, you become depressed, you become anxious, develop things like agoraphobia. You can't come out of your home for the fear of social phobia, for the fear of people identifying your weaknesses. Imagine living like that, people. You understand? Causes and symptoms of OCPD. OCPD is one of the most common personality disorders. Research indicates that somewhere between 3 to 8% of the population has OCPD. And it's most common in older people. You see, I like to focus on the children, especially because I know how the children foundation affects the future in their lives as adults, right? But this one is telling us for the first time, I am happy also to get to discuss something that affects mainly, it can affect anybody, but mainly adults. It often starts when the person is a teenager or a young adult. I'm a straight talker. I do not take rap for long. See? See, that's me. You see, experts haven't identified one exact cause of OCPD. Understand that when me, if you ask me, when it comes to personality disorders, right, the cluster A, B, and C, majority of them are nurtured. Majority of them they are your upbringing that brings about that. Okay. However, in this case, it doesn't become evident until you are a teenager or you are an adult. You are a teenager, you know why? Because you are beginning to form identity versus identity confusion. You are beginning to be autonomous in your reasoning, in your thinking, in setting your own life, structuring your own life, your boundaries, knowing what you want, what you don't. You understand? So at that point, you get more irritated when you put things down, you can't find them, when you arrange things and people disrupt them, when you leave your room certain way, you come and it's not the same way. You see how it affects you. Can you bring me your devices? You see what I'm saying? So I can see why it becomes more evident in young adults and teenagers. Experts haven't identified, okay, we talk about that. However, research suggests, okay, oh, what I said is here. You know, sometimes I don't read this article before I meet with you guys. I just see key areas that I want to discuss. So they say experts identified one exact cause of OCPD. However, research suggests that a person's upbringing may play a role. See, sometimes I wish I read this thing before so that you understand. A person's upbringing in majority of the personality disorders, I will be honest with you, is their upbringing that may play a role. For example, being raised in an environment that has strict rules and harsh punishments may lead a person to obsess over doing things the right way. Hi, hi, hi. You see what I'm saying? Doing things the right way. Okay, doing the right way. OCPD may also have a genetic component, meaning that it might be inherited, which is a fact because all the mental health illnesses, especially like schizophrenia, bipolar, they may not have exactly this is the cause, but there is a biological cause. Your diet causes. Ooh, Miss Cole is here, people. Miss Cole has showed up with her presence of super chat. You can do the same to support. Thank you so much, Miss Cole. You see what I'm saying? Thank you for your presence. Thank you for always coming to support me. I appreciate you. You see, you see what I'm saying? So the upbringing, genetic factors, inheritance, biological, meaning your chromosomes. Sometimes they said they have some of them have a relationship. And when they say biological, that's like something like bipolar, schizophrenia, Alzheimer, and all that. You will see the ventricles of your brain changes shape and size. And that is how you get to know also that some of these things have biological composition. They do right now they do genetic testing. You can go and see a psychiatrist or a psych nurse practitioner, and they will send a genetic testing lab to be done on you, something to be done on you. And after that, they use that. It's not really in practice like that. They don't measure it like that. However, it is very common. Do babies have OCD? If a baby have OCD, you want to be very, I don't believe in diagnosing babies because they are growing, they are finding themselves. If you see something like that, it is you, the parent, that now you are learning about OCD and these things that you are going to try, and you learn strategies to start changing things so that they don't end up that way. I don't believe at all in diagnosing babies with mental health conditions. No, 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 no. I believe in what I'm doing. That is our actions that will change the kids. That sets the kids up. That conditions, that nurtures these behaviors and stuff in them. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Ada, for the for the super chat. God bless you. You see what I'm saying? It is the children, it is the parents. A lot of the mental health situations the kids go through, it is us. It is the alienation, the psychological grooming, the way we train them. If you ask me, don't when somebody have a mental health diagnosis, it stays with them for a lifetime. Understand that, especially if you are using insurance to pay for these treatments. If you are using insurance to pay for these treatments, it's in the system. It follows your whole life. You know, you don't want that to happen to you. I know a 2-year whose behavior is like, okay, in that instance, you want to look at maybe autism, some autism spectrum, because you know autistic people have this linear personality. They have to align things in certain way. They can start things, that everything is linear for them. So you want to have a good psychiatrist, a pediatric psychologist, a neurocognitive psychologist for kids to really look into it. Don't let any doctor diagnose your children. And I'll be an advocate against that, honestly. I told you guys, sometimes I feel like I'm in the wrong profession because I advocate against medication. If I have to, I advocate against a lot. All right, people. Yes, so it could be something else. ADHD, there are childhood disorders. We have childhood mental health disorders. So you want to be very careful with that. Don't let nobody diagnose your child. If you see something like that and it's concerning, you yourself research more about it and what you can do in terms of nurturing, because it's the brain. Ask yourself, why is it that somebody will have a stroke, and because they are in America and they have good care, good physiotherapy, good medications, good anti-platelet, blood thinners. There are therapies they have for people with CVA, right? They can learn and become people who can eat again, can talk again, can communicate again, can use this specialized equipment in eating and feeding themselves again. Think about it. You understand? So it is all who is treating the person, who is assessing the person, and if they are doing the right assessment. Oh, okay, I think you are right. Maybe autism because he is 3 now and still doesn't speak. See. So I told you guys, I believe myself when it comes to assessment. Now you want me to be swelling up again. Yes, yes. I do believe that I am a good assessor when it comes to you know, mental health assessment or in my job period. Yes. So I think maybe they should look into applied behavioral therapy for him. Applied behavioral therapy is a therapist is that they are trained specifically to help autistic kids. They can work with the schools to help them with their IEPs and 5 whatever to help them reform and adapt to better learning strategies and speaking and just dealing with life as a whole and become so they can become successful in life. Epa, you were saying something about our sister who needed help, and you mentioned that her daughter was having a disorder. Who is that? Who is that? I don't think I'm ethically allowed to diagnose somebody. I can suggest, like I said right now, but understand that what we do here as a disclaimer, maybe I should put it in habit to be putting it in my introduction. I don't come here to diagnose people. I come here to help you know that, hey, maybe I should start talking to a specialist, somebody that is a professional in this field. That's what this is. This is an informative session to help you know that, okay. And then sometimes I talk also about some things you can do in terms of treatment. So when you go, you can investigate about it. You have information to ask the person you are going to see. That's what I do here. So I don't know who I thought that their child will have a disorder, unless somebody in real life that I know and I shared with you because it was okay for me to with them for me to share with you, but I don't think so. Okay, yeah, let me know. I don't know who you were referring to, so but I don't think I will come and diagnose a child when I'm just telling Miss Cole that I don't want her to, if it's what she's saying, it looked more like the child may need to go and see a professional. That's a different story altogether. But and get involved with some speech and language therapists, ABA, applied behavioral therapists, and stuff like that. But not me. I'm not here to diagnose anybody's child. But based on what I would say, you will realize, oh, I probably should be talking to a professional. Yeah. So this platform is not to diagnose anybody, it's not to treat anybody. You are not my client, you are my follower, you support me, and I come here and support you. However, I also have a practice called Kera Manual Behavioral Health Services, whereby you can call my business line 667-678-0508. It's strictly for business. So all the WhatsApp links and all that, please cut it out. Whereby you can sign up for, you tell me when you contact me, don't send your name, type your name and why you want to see me, and then put a voice note on details of your situation. Then I will send you the price to and the method of payment based on whether you are in the US or you are in Canada or you are in Europe or you are in Ghana, you are wherever, you're not in the US. Then I'll give you my PayPal account for those who are not in the US. Even if you are US, you want to pay with PayPal account, we do it that way. However, understand that if you're using PayPal, every fee associated with the PayPal transaction, you have to pay it. Unless you tell PayPal specifically that this is not a service. This you are not paying for an object. You are not purchasing an object. You tell PayPal you are paying for, whatever you want to say, but understand that If PayPal charge me, means you owe me. So if the price is $10,000 and PayPal charges me $1,000, it means you have to add additional $1,000 with the associated fees before I can see you. And now I set up a date and time and we meet. Okay. Oh, sorry. You requested that the little daughter will be having a disorder, but I forgot the exact name you mentioned. Our sister who is trying to escape abuse marriage. Oh, I see what you mean. The 2 weeks ago, not last week, we did selective mutism. Yes, yes, I see what you are saying now. So in that case, I said with the symptom, with the way she's describing. So this is somebody, it's not my client, but we, all of us, you guys and me, we are supporting her. Today, I was able to transfer from my phone that I'm not seeing to my other phone. So I was able to transfer my thing here, my mode of transferring money to Ghana. I sent her $1 today. I asked her to confirm receiving of it. If she confirms she has received it, then tomorrow, okay, great. Let me see. Um, okay, ma, I'm trying to get a single room self-contained or one bedroom self-contained because my stuff are a bit much, also considering a cheaper and good environment for the girls that won't have any negative effect on them. I have reached out to one agent to help me find a place which will make it easy getting a place on time, but the ones he has are for 2 years advance, nearly 700 CDs, but I'm still researching. Okay. So I asked for some information and I asked her. So yeah, she just sent a picture of herself and the girls and yeah, she sent a picture of herself and the girls because I requested it. Oh, okay. I see who it is now. Okay, she's a follower. She's active on the page. Okay, okay. Okay, I see now. I can relate. I can keep the put the face with her. She's active on the page. She comments a lot and stuff. Okay, so I'll ask of her government ID also, and then I will get somebody to meet up with her and see how things go. You understand? And then she's not a person that is in need of you and I's money. It's me that was like, let's contribute for this to get her out of that situation. So yes, what I was thinking about is selective mutism. Selective mutism. You got it now? Sorry, suggested she was having, I can't remember. Okay. You got it now? Yeah. We did it. It's on the page 2 weeks ago before this video. So look at the titles and then you'll get it. Okay. I don't want us to stay here too long, so let's keep it moving. It's 1 hour already. Okay, let's try and scoop through this. Okay, for example, being raised in an environment that has strict rules and harsh punishments may lead a person to obsess over doing things the right way. OCPD may also have a genetic component, meaning that can be inherited. Signs and symptoms of OCPD. Understand that in the DSM-5, the diagnostic manual that we go by as mental health nurse or mental health professional, the psychologist, the psychiatrist, myself, psych nurse practitioners, psychotherapists, clinical therapists, and stuff like that, right? That is the criteria for which we diagnose these conditions. We have 8 lists. For a person to be diagnosed with OCPD, they must have at least 4 of the 8. So pay attention. I'm going to give you that now. The first one is perfectionism that gets in the way of finishing tasks. You are so perfect that you are always arranging that you never, even though you have to go and take an exam. You have not been able to cover all the topics that you have to finish because you are paying attention to details, writing notes. In fact, your textbook is reproduced through your note taking. Yes, it's on here. It's on YouTube here. We did it's selective mutism because of what YouTube does. If I put the topic, sometimes they will restrict it from being monetized. So I don't do that. As you can see, I said discussion. So I don't put the exact this thing there. But if I do, then they will not apply the monetization to it. Okay. Okay, so perfectionism that gets in the way of finishing task. That is number one. Number two, fixation with using making lists every day, rules and schedules to maintain order. You are going to, I don't know about you guys. I know people do this to save money and be on task, be on focus and stuff like that. But normally, me, I can go to the mall and come back and I still will not buy anything if I don't want to buy anything. I buy when I need to. You understand? But somebody who has this, who would have this, they are going to go to the store and they have to have a list. Always going to do grocery, have a list. Me, I can go to the store and I don't have to have a list, and I will still buy just what I need, or just go and do window shopping and come. Fixation with list and with life and with orderliness and with schedules, just to help you maintain order in your own life. That is stressful. Number three, unwillingness to delegate. If you work with somebody who have OCPD, they will not want to delegate tasks to you. As a nurse, you always have to be willing to delegate. You don't have to say be scared that if you give it to the assistant or the tech or the nurse assistant, they won't be able to do it the right way. Then you have burnout. You get to a point where you have the burnout, you won't be able to live life, even though you have support. So the inability to delegate work to someone who may take a different approach to the task. So you want to eat banku. Oh my God, the banku has to be prepared in this pot, else I can't eat it. That is the problem I'm talking about. Devotion to work that leads to neglect of relationships. You see some people, they come to work, they sleep at work, they pretty much are at work 24/7, that they even forget they have relationships, they have family to go to. That is a problem. Hoarding, you know how OCD comes with hoarding. So you really need to be careful whereby you are making sure you are ruling out OCD in this case. Anxiety, you are ruling out. Hoarding, you know, people who have hoarding disorder. All that comes with anxiety. So you need to make sure you are ruling these things out. Hoarding money for future what? Disasters. Hey, so you are just there planning that there should be a disaster, and if the disaster come, I have to live. This is how I'm going to use and live. This is what's going to help me survive, Charlie. No, prepare for disaster and how to escape. But to say I'm really putting money down for future disaster. Hey, Jehovah. Overly conscientious of ethics, morality, and values. Inability to get rid of worthless items, such as worn out shoes, uh, despite the lack of sentimental value. Overly stubborn and rigid dispositions. So out of these 8, you must have at least 4. You must have at least 4 in order for you to be let me see some, I want to show you something. If you have OCD, right, you must have these 4. If you have OCD, you have presence of obsession and compulsion, time consuming and inter what you have your brain is focused on the obsession, and it's so time consuming, and it's so what it's interfering with your daily functioning. So for the DS, according to the DSM-5, for you to be able to get your provider to diagnose you with OCD, you must have the obsession and the compulsion. And the obsession is so disturbing to the point where it is affecting your day-to-day function. That is number two. It's affecting you. Number three, that the obsessions, what and the your behavior is not the result of any medication that you are taking, like a drug or mental health issue, or they have to rule it out. You understand? You are just hyper and always focus on all these things and always premeditating on these things, not because you have in it. So they have to rule all these things out. Number four, not better explained. Your situation is not explained with mental health disorder. Okay. Now, the difference when it comes to OCPD, I'm trying to get the list so I can tell you. Out of the 8, right? Preoccupation with details so much that the purpose of the activity is lost. Number 2, overly what? Perfectionism that interferes with daily tasks. Excessive dedication to work at the expense of everybody else and other activities. Moral and ethical inflexibility. You are so not flexible. Morally, you are static, like I explained earlier. You are not flexible. Okay. And then your inability to get rid of what? Worthless objects. We were discussing that. Your inability to that you are holding on to things. You are holding these things even though they are worthless and you don't need them either. You won't use them, but they are just there. Reluctant in cooperation and what? Delegating tasks, we talk about that. General lack of spending or self spending for lack of spending for self. This is another example they are giving on in a different article. The general lack of spending on yourself or others. They said that also can be a sign of somebody that have OCPD. So you see, 7. The 8th one is intense stubbornness and rigidity. So out of these 8 things, you must have 4 out of these 8 in order for somebody, a specialist, to diagnose you with OCPD. We have a collection of empty boxes in the attic. Wow. List, but nothing that is needed for household. Can you imagine? So just in case you don't know, Miss Caroline is the one that made me encourage, made me get decide I'm doing this. It's either her or her loved one is dealing with this. And she's, as I'm explaining, you are seeing what she's saying, which aligns with what I'm saying. Willing to spend on gifts for me. Can you imagine having a partner that is so rigid? You know me, right? You know how the way I receive love is out of kindness and generosity. You need to give me valuable gifts, not just any gift, valuable gifts, because I need to be able. I have this necklace from QVC and it's still here with me. I've been in this house since 2016, 2015, right? And since I've been in this, I can tell you I've not even worn this. But you see, it's still there. So if I can give myself valuable things that will last, it doesn't have to be a mansion, but give me something that is worthy, something that I would think about it. Okay, I bought this from QVC. I don't forget it, right? So you're giving me something. Give me, even if it's a pen, let it be a pen that I will be like, oh, every time I see it, oh, this person gave it to me. So imagine being with a partner like that they say, well, okay, her husband. So I love when people are confident in sharing. So you care to understand that these things I'm saying, they are things that are happening to real human beings, not just some people lost in space. It can be you, it can be anybody, but most important thing is we are nurturing them. Somebody nurtured it in the husband, and guess who is now having to deal with it? It's Caroline. Why I'm here, so we can all learn to do better with our children, our grandchildren. What we couldn't achieve, what I couldn't achieve for my kids as a mother because of parental alienation, and I'm still struggling to get them to do right by themselves, right? I'm praying that God give me long life and good health so I can be a good grandmother to help them and their wives so their kids, my grandkids, don't end up being the same way. You see how it goes? That is how life should be. Always striving to be the better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Okay. So now that you know, and she told you they hoarding boxes that of things they don't need, they will never use in their attic space. Think about it. And just as they said to, he doesn't buy gifts for her. They won't spend a dime because you know what it's okay. Everything they will be saving up money for things that are not in the foresight. How can you be saving money for a disaster that will happen that you don't even know when that disaster will happen? Save some emergency fund, but don't make it like because of that you can give your spouse a gift. You can live a comfortable life. You can go to the restaurant and eat healthy, fine dining. Treat yourself to a fine dining once a month, twice a month, every 2 weeks. Take yourself out and stop the chiselness, the stinginess, please. I beg. Diagnosis. For an OCPD diagnosis, a person must show at least 4 of the 8 signs listed above. The symptoms must be part of a long-term pattern. See, a long-term, I told you when it comes to, if you're a nurse practitioner, psych nurse practitioner watching me, when you are studying for domain 3 on the board exams, understand that in the diagnosis aspect, you need to know the duration. The duration, 2 people will be having the same symptoms. However, the duration can determine whether they are autistic, whether they are autistic, but that's not even the point. Whether they are having PTSD or whether they are having acute stress disorder, whether they are having one disorder versus the other. The symptoms overlaps. However, you know how to do the differential diagnosis. That is what helps you to come up with a concrete diagnosis, and as a result, affects appropriate treatment. Because if you give wrong diagnosis, obviously treatment will be geared towards giving somebody wrong medication also. Okay, the symptoms must be part of the person for a very long term. Patterns that was formed by early childhood, early adulthood. You see what I'm saying? What is this? Okay. The diagnosis process will likely involve screening questionnaires. Yes, that's what we do in mental health, which allows the person to self-report on their own behavior. As a result, you review their reports that they gave you. You give them the assessment tools, they fill them out, you review it as a provider, then you form your conclusions. The screening is followed by an interview. Yes, whereby you do the screening, you now come and ask questions, follow-up questions to their questionnaires and stuff to clarify what you need to really arrive at. In addition to self-reported details, information gathered from friends, family, and peers can also help a mental health expert make an accurate diagnosis. Most of the time, this is what is supposed to be done, but I cannot tell you that this happens 99.9% of the time. Most of the time, because of the stigma affiliated or associated or awarded to all these mental health disorders, we don't have people that want to come and even let their employers, their friends, and even some family members get to know exactly what they are dealing with. So this aspect is important. However, I will be honest with you, it's not always an attainable means of diagnosing somebody. A mental health expert will need to rule out other possible explanations of the symptoms of the behaviors. For example, OCD is a separate condition that can also involve preoccupation with orderliness and hoarding. You see, so it's important that you know how to assess accurately so that you can strike the differences. You see what I'm saying? It's very, very important. Otherwise, you'll be giving somebody a OCPD that has OCPD for OCD. Meanwhile, this person have perfectionism, and they need somebody that will help them. We talk about, if you haven't watched the OCD video last 2 weeks, watch it, because we talk about how to handle and treat a family member, support a family member in that process, recovering, overcoming. In this case, perfectionism, and we just talk about it. You have to have a partner that will be willing to stick in there with you and tolerate your BS. Yes, yes, I said that. So that when you put this cap there, they come and move it just to piss you off, and so that they can use it as a exposure therapy to help you out. Okay, yes. Um, some questions to ask in order to arrive at a concrete differential, to eliminate your differential diagnosis process, to eliminate in your differential diagnosis process. They said they gave us 4 questions, so let's see. Is the person overly devoted to work? Which, you know, when they are overly devoted to work, means that they have what? OCPD. Or are they just trying to earn higher pay by financial stability, for financial stability? So the person is really much staying over at work because they need the money. I need to make extra cash, you know that. So if I'm staying on that clock for 1 extra minute, it's because I need that money. However, a person with OCPD, they are not staying because necessarily because of the money. They are staying because they are just consumed with being the doing that job and doing it to the best notch, because they believe in themselves that they are the only people that can do it this way. If they leave it, no one else can do it that way. You understand? He's he's in RODBT, dialectical behavior therapy group, which helps him to question his thoughts and actions. Yes, I love Mashley. Let me tell you the mother of DBT. Mashley something something. And you see what she's saying. You see what she's saying. This is a therapy process that Marsha Lenihan, Dr. Marsha Lenihan. I always try to remember her name. I can. A parent's guide to dialectical behavior therapy. You know, once a while, I think we should do. No, I'm really saying that this is the last time I want to. Anyway, we'll get to it. You see, so Miss Caroline has an extensive knowledge on this, not because she's enduring it, but because she's exposed to a loved one that has it. And guess who is benefiting from it? Her. All the abuse, she's receiving it, but she's here using her experiences to teach us, just as I'm doing with my experiences with parental alienation, with abuse, and all of that. I use it so we can all learn and heal, and not necessarily just heal, so that we will save others in the process. Hi, Miss Janice. Open dialectical behavior therapy. Radially open dialectical behavior therapy. You see, so what they do is like a CBT, a form of a CBT, where you challenge your thoughts and you question yourself. How realistic is this, your decisions and your choices? Think about it. Think about it, people. Yes. If you are here, continue to like, and you haven't liked this video, kindly like the video, kindly share the video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, and kindly turn on your notification. Once again, my name is Mamle Yuko Godwins, and I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And oh, my son wrote my name here instead of writing Apple Worldwide. Anyway, it's okay. And just, join me and let's change the world one teaching at a time. All right? I think that's the most healthy thing to do. Let's spend our time wisely by supporting Apple. Yes, if you support me, you're spending your time wisely. Yep. All right, people. Hi, Miss Augusta. How are you doing? You get it? So are you staying at work late because you need to overcome your financial hardship? Or you are staying there because you believe that without you, this job can be completed the right way. Without you, you have to be done this perfect way. Or it is this way. You can delegate it so you can go home and rest. That is called OCPD, a perfectionism aspect, the setting of strict rules, the inflexibility, not having dynamics, not ready for a change, being static, living by the static rule. It's Mamle's way and no one else's. Mamle is the only one that know how to do it perfectly. No one else. It's a problem. Okay. Is the person a perfectionist or are they just detail oriented and willing to cut corners when necessary? I am detail oriented. I think I've said that many times, but I love to cut corners too. A person with OCPD don't. They are just what? Static, and this is me, and it's my way or nobody else's way. That's it. Is the person obsessed with control? Or do they just want a practical amount of orderliness in their home? To the point where you are controlling. Understand that being perfectionist means you are going to be controlling people. Irrational control for no apparent reason. But a person that wants things done the right way, you have some kind of rational way of going about it. Like, oh, it's not unattainable. It doesn't matter however they do it. All you care about is they clean the house, right? I don't care if you clean in the morning, you clean in the afternoon, you clean in the evening. But a person with perfectionist attitude, you get up from the bedroom. So somebody was talking the other day that how giving a child structure sometimes can be bad too. It's true and it's not true, but giving a child structure really is the best thing to give a child. However, understand that it can also lead into this thing. A child that gets up in the morning, even whether you are going to school or not, you get up, you bath at this time, you eat breakfast at this time, you do this. Hey, there is no leisure time, no not everything is ping, 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 concrete. Are you a 2-year-old? Are you a concrete thinker? You understand? So a person that doesn't have that flexibility definitely has OCPD. Is the person obsessed with control? Okay, we talk about that. So these are the as a therapist, as a provider, you'll be asking the person, you'll be asking questions to identify if this or that is the issue with the patient. Based on what it is, you award your diagnosis. OCD, anxiety, whatever, you understand, or OCPD. Is the person having a hard time getting rid of items due to sentimental value? Hoarding this extent. Are they hoarding because they really think they have this personal affiliation, connection to the item, and even if the item is dead, it's not usable, it's not of any essence to anybody, they still have to hold on to it. Then you know that we are diving into OCPD. If you respect you have OCPD, if you suspect you have OCPD, you must feel hesitant to seek a diagnosis. Perhaps you feel as though your approach in life is more helpful than harmful. In many cases, people with OCPD who seek a diagnosis do so as at the request of a loved one. You understand? I've seen that with a lot of people that come to therapy. Why are you in therapy? Oh, because my wife said. Oh, because my sister said. Oh, because they come into therapy. They come to seek help because their behavior is affecting their relationship with their loved ones. So as a result, somebody like prompts them. I think you should get help. I think something is not right. You see what I'm saying? So that is how they first of all end up seeking help. Otherwise, with the stigma and everything, they are not confident enough to get help. So if your approach in life seems to be damaging your relationships, a formal diagnosis may offer insight and a path forward. Co-occurring disorders. We talk about co-occurring disorders like anxiety, depression, what again? When multiple disorders are present, it's important to address all of the issues simultaneously. So like I said, you can have OCD, you can have as a result of being depressed because every relationship is going and you are becoming isolated and lonely. You can turn to substance use too. So imagine you have substance use disorder. That would make it even worse because you'll be depressed. The substance, when you get anxious and all, you take the drug, the stimulant, the alcohol that you think will make you feel better. You'll be better for a minute because you are now doing delusion. You are tipsy about it because it's the drug. Drug is having effect on you. Once the drug is out of your system, you are right back to square one. So it's not healthy to treat the situation. Don't don't hold on to it and try to numb it with other things. Okay. And then we talk about eating disorder too. So co-occurring conditions, you can have eating disorder, you can have substance use, you can have a lot. You don't want to do that. Mood disorders, you can be depressed. Just get that. Suicidal ideations, you can become so depressed that and be thinking about why do people alienate themselves and why don't you want to people want to see you, why we don't, when you are coming, people run away or people stay away from you and this and that. That can make you to become suicidal. Anxiety, yes, you can have anxiety disorder too. All right. So OCD traits versus OCPD traits. Get help and get out soon, 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 soon. Like when I keep telling, when it feels like it's wrong, something is not right, because it isn't. Yes, OCPD people are very prone to addiction. See, so I can just think about it based on my clinical knowledge and clinical expertise. I can just think through it and know this can happen. And you see, it's not listed here. I know it just because of how I processed the whole thing and told you. You can become addicted to substances just to numb it. Don't numb your conditions. Treat them. Get to the bottom of it. Uproot them and trash them away so you become a fit person. If you are numbing it with as a reward, you are rewarding your behavior with a reward agent. When the reward agent is not there, it's depleted, you'll be right back in square one. So OCD traits versus OCPD traits. It says that you keep wiping down the kitchen counter because you have anxious. This is just to help you understand how it plays out. I don't know if you should read that or not. I really want to get into how you help yourself rather. Because I think I've given you some good examples that help you understand it too. So they said that to treat OCPD, right? Let's not read the traits. Self-help. Okay. Okay. Self-help for OCPD. If you or a loved one have OCPD, there are many steps you can take to limit some of the more negative aspects of the disorder. Many of these strategies involve easing the strong desire to control every circumstance and perfect every task. You understand? So CBT, dialectical behavior therapy, group therapies. I keep telling you guys that I believe so a lot in group therapies. I believe in individual therapy too, but I believe a lot in group therapy just because with group therapy, you get that support system. You get to hear from other people. You get to hear from how they dealt with the situation, what helped, what didn't help. Now you have a whole bunch of information, coping mechanisms, coping strategies from different people. If you are a good student, you write them down in the book you take into therapy with you. You go now, you go and practice each and every one of them week after week by week. You're going to practice which one you want to give yourself tasks. This week I'm doing this week I'm doing that. At the end of the day, you have a ton of coping strategies to select from, but you are going to you are going to identify which is most helpful for your unique needs. This is why I like group therapy, like she's saying. Open something dialectical behavior therapy. Hi, Miss Nadoko. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Ona, then you come back. Self-help tip 1: manage stress. Stress comes with anxiety. It comes with, you have to manage that. Okay. Relaxation techniques. So you see, I'm not trying to teach you into all this. Now you know you have to manage stress. So whatever managing stress means to you, because I don't want this video to be too long. If I were to sit down and I'm doing this video, I'll just do it and then it won't be this long. I won't be mentioning people, so it won't be long. So maybe 30 minutes the most, and you have all the juice in there. But now you know managing stress is one of the self-help measures. So what does managing stress means to you? To you, it's relative. It could be, hey, going out and taking a walk. To somebody, it could be taking deep breathing exercises. To somebody, it could be taking a relaxation bath, a body massage. Learn how to manage your stress. The relaxation techniques can help you manage stress and improve your mood. They might also help you reflect on and accept matters. Yes, acceptance helps with healing and overcoming, and even setting goals that, oh, you know what, it's true, I do have this condition. Then, because understand that they don't even realize it. But when they have learned through therapy, through somebody's teaching, and they get, oh, you know what, you are right. They accept it. Now they will open up and accept help to heal and recover. Okay. All right. Experiment with mindful breathing. Mindful breathing, that is like how do you call it, meditation. Mindful breathing comes with meditation. So it's an experiment with mindful breathing. This is a simple form of meditation. See, mindful breathing, I already know it has to be a meditation strategy that involves focusing on your inhales and exhales. So you inhale, you hold it, and then, even right now, just as I do that, you can see how much oxygenated blood has pumped into my brain instantly. Your feeling is different. The feeling of relaxation is instant. You must learn how to do this effectively. Okay. Long, deep breaths can increase your stress response and keep you grounded in the present moment and help you take the thoughts and the constant, anger related to somebody shifting things around, Listen to mindful breathing meditation. You can find it on YouTube. You can find a lot of mindful, like a wind blowing sound, a sea sound. Even there are people doing meditation that they are speaking it out. So you just listen to them and follow through the steps with them. These are all helpful tools. Get enough rest. Yes. I can't stress that enough. You know it. Eat healthy. Yes. Okay. Helping someone with OCPD manages stress. If you are living with someone with OCPD and want to encourage them to try the practices listed above, remind them that everyone can benefit from stress management. Yes, I need it, you need it, all of us do need it. Frame it as a term, frame it as a team activity. Remember when me and Miss Caroline was talking about it? You, the family person, their support system. So you have to, it's a frame it as a team activity. The coping, you have to, they have to invite you to their therapy sessions. Sit in there with them, learn with them. You can do the activities with them. So it becomes a team effort. It becomes something they feel, and they are going to comply because they will be held accountable because you are going to. I thought that we were supposed to be doing this. Why are you not doing it? So guess what? They are going to be more compliant because they have you that is going to hold them responsible and accountable to do what they're supposed to do. All right. Practice self-help. Those are the things we discussed. Okay. Frame it, as a group, as a family activity or team activity that improves both your lives. I just did just one inhalation and you saw the effect it had on my brain. So imagine you are doing this as an individual yourself without even having OCPD. All right. It's helpful in your stress management situation. Rather than an activity that is only meant to fix them, take the time to meditate. Yes, yes. Meditation comes with healing, relaxation, relieving of stress. It does a lot. It goes a long way. Okay, so take the time to meditate with them or join them in exercising and eating healthy together, you know. So like I said, we are going to do some of these things in no time. Okay. So it's a lot here I can discuss with you, but we're not going to read it all. So the first one, self-help. We talk about self-help strategies. Number two, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Don't go hard on yourself. Okay. Have compassion for yourself. Adjusting self-talk. Okay. Positive self-talk. So in example, you have negative self-talk is like this. I'm stupid for forgetting to do my taxes, and April 15 went by. Okay, instead of that, change it to be like, I forgot to do my taxes before I was busy or before the deadline came with other things. I was busy with other things. This mistake doesn't make me a bad person. Yes, I made a mistake. It doesn't make me a bad person. Another example, my friends secretly hate the way I act. You see how they can end up being depressed because they are assuming things, right? Instead, go this way. I'm grateful I have supportive friends and I can take steps to strengthen those friendships. You see, I was doing Facebook Live the other day in the hype of all the drama and all the name calling, right? And you guys saw it. I never called the name back. I never clapped back, not because I couldn't. Oh, I could go dirty. Trust me. I could go dirty and it could go all the way into how their child killed the dog and they have psychological evaluation. I can drag them all. I have all the information. But as a mother, as a mental health expert, as a mother and as an expert that has seen kids struggling, including my own kids, seen people's children came into therapy with common charges like trespassing because they were not armed and prepared for the world. And right after high school, when there is no more benefits coming in like it was when they were younger, they are disowned. Think about it. I know everybody is struggling. Children are struggling, which is why the government has pumped so much money this fiscal year into mental health. The schools are going to have mental health therapists and all this coming school year. It's more services for mental health are in the schools. Reach out to your schools and find out what services they have to sign your kids up for them. Why would I do that to her? She didn't know any better. Go and see. She's depressed. I watched and I felt bad for her. And she moved to this, whether it's studio or what, and the ceiling of her building is nearly sitting in her head, on top of her head. Why would you not be empathetic, even though she's evil and dragging your name like that? I felt bad for her. She's so depressed, you know. And I'm not standing here saying I'm diagnosing her, but I'm just telling you. So on Facebook, one person, Miss Sharon, joined, and Miss Sharon was like, "Oh, I look at Cora. I didn't like that she compared me with Cora because Cora is Cora and Mamle is Mamle. Cora don't feed into. You think Cora is okay? No, the things get to Cora. Cora is human. You guys abuse her, abusing her, and it's so bad that she tries to 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 cope with her music and her dancing and all the viewers that support her, but it's not healthy. So I didn't like that she came and wanted me to behave like Cora. Like hell no, it can't even happen. But at the end of the day, what I took from there is somebody, if you are going this way, you don't see your back if it's crooked or not. You can only see somebody can only tell you, oh, do it this way, go this path. It's better. You get there quicker. You see how it goes. So this is it. So as a person that have OCPD, look at your friends complain like, oh, okay, I have supportive friends. What can I change? What are they trying to communicate to me? You understand? So instead of saying my friends secretly hate me and they hate the way I act, and you are self-hating and degrading and bringing yourself down to the point where you'll be depressed about this and be anxious and be sleeping in your bed after the whole day thinking about it. Change the mindset. Have a positive self-talk and go like, I'm grateful I have supportive friends. They are supportive because their actions that you are perceiving could be a reason that will help you to start your change process. To say, hey, I just want to ask you, and I want an honest opinion. What do you think? I feel like this is how I'm feeling, but I could be wrong. Be bold enough, find one of your friends that you can seek their honest opinion about what you think or what you are perceiving or what they could be thinking about you. And see it as, oh, they are support, you have supportive friends, and I can take steps to strengthen those relationships. Your step to strengthen this relationship is asking them, listen, that I have so much list here, I can go through it with you guys, but I don't think we should. You have the concept now, you get the point. So number one is self-help. We did all the self-help. Number two is practice self-compassion, which is going to be kind to yourself, be nice to yourself, be empathetic, and give yourself the same compassion you want to give to people you encounter in life. Extend that to you with positive self-talk. Number three, manage your emotions. How do you manage your emotions? We cannot go into every details of that, but identify your emotions and learn. So you learn to identify your emotions and you learn how to what? Instead of denying what you are feeling, you might begin by learning to notice physical signs of your emotions. When you are angry, how does it make you feel? How does your stomach feel? How does your heart feel? You see, so identify your emotions and work on them. When you can identify I'm angry, you take steps to resolve what the situation is that's causing you to be angry. And also work on, even though I'm angry, I don't have to act irrationally. I can really walk away. I can do things. I can take a deep breath. I can relax. I can go for exercise. You see, I can go into all these things into detail so you get it, but it's not necessary. At least you get the gist. Accept your emotions. You identify them, you accept them. Then you problem solve. You see the steps involved. And that's what I want you to do. It's a steps. You don't just, you have to not ignore your emotions. You have to identify them. After you identify them, you navigate, you assess, you question yourself, why? What can I do different? Why am I feeling this way? And what can I do? Do I have control over it? Do I not? After that, what do you do after identify? You accept it. Oh, you know what? I agree that I'm just thinking too, I'm just being hard on myself. I'm just, I don't think they are really even thinking that about me. It's just my mind that is deceiving me. See? So you accept that you are having a problem and the problem is not really a problem or it's a problem. And if it's a problem, what can I do about it? Problem solved. So after you accept, is it a problem or it's not? As a result, it helps you to decide which angle you are going with problem solving. Reevaluate the situation. See, you reevaluate. Reevaluation is assessing. As you started the process to healing and all that, you keep going back and forth to see what you can do different about the situation. Get it? All right. Helping someone with OCPD, excuse me, manage emotions in a way. So number four, reach out for help. Yes, 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 yes. Encouraging someone with OCPD to reach out for help. How? Oh, I don't want it to go past the. I would love to be doing this psychotherapy psycho sessions with 1 hour, but you know. So I'm not going to all the details, but I think you got it. Professional treatment. Take care of yourself. OCD affects relation. How OCPD affects relationships. We're not doing that. So reach out for help. That's where we get. Sometimes it's here also. You can get medication also. Therapy, CBT. Okay. Dialectical behavior therapy. Other potential therapy interventions may include dialectical behavior therapy, needle therapy. This is my first time hearing this one. Needle therapy, which focuses on making environmental changes to improve the person's mental health. Needle therapy, okay. Medication, benzos for the anxiety, SSIRs or SSNRs, whatever, anti-anxiety, antidepressants to help with anxiety. Because you understand with antidepressants, once you can increase serotonin in your brain, instantaneously it improves your mood and it also resolves the anxiety symptoms. Anticonvulsants, mood. If you have mood issues associated with this, anticonvulsants are mood stabilizers, okay, that can be used. I love this article. I wish that I don't want, we have more time to get to give you all the details. Okay. So in order for us to be doing that, first of all, I want to thank you for coming here today. I appreciate you a whole bunch lot. He uses exactly I'm telling you, people with borderline personality disorder, they do that a lot. They will blackmail your emotions with SI and HI. And because of you, let me tell you something you can do. But make sure this is what you can do for some. The name is not coming easily, but let me tell you something. Maybe we can conclude with that. I think chapter 4 or chapter 8 is where the therapy. Let me see, guys. Okay, non-pharmacological. Okay, individual therapy, family therapy, strategic therapy, solution focused therapy. Okay, let's do this. It's one or the other because I haven't done this before, so I haven't prepared for this beforehand. So let's see. Um, strategic therapy, right? Let's read through strategic therapy. So in strategic therapy, it's also a form of individual therapy and it's a form of CBT, right? It is originated by J. Halley, and symptoms are viewed as metaphors in and reflect problems in the hierarchical structure. Symptoms are a way to communicate metaphorically within a family. Treatment goal is to help family members behave in ways that will not perpetuate the, the problem behavior. I want you, Miss Caroline, to research on strategic therapy, okay? And do this. If you apply this thing, the, people with borderline personality disorder, they have that thing. They will blackmail you with their feelings and tell you they're about to have, they will be suicidal to threaten you to make you. So if you don't know how to manage them, you don't know that this is all to gain your attention, this is all manipulation, you'll be feeding into it. So you need to learn the strategies to apply them. Okay, so thank you for bringing this topic. I enjoyed researching into it, and I appreciate you letting us discuss this. Treatment goals, okay, is to help family members behave in ways that will not perpetuate the problem behavior. You understand? Him always coming to tell you, I'm suicidal, I'm greedy, I'm SI, I'm this, other. It is a behavior. So you need to know how to counteract that behavior. Okay. Interventions. Okay. Interventions are problem focused. Strategic therapy is more symptom focused than structured therapy. Okay. Strategic family therapies are concerned mainly with those techniques that change the sequence of interactions that is maintaining the problem. Interaction that is maintained. So every day he comes, I'm SI, I'm this, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to, you know how they do it. I have chest pain. I'm having heart attack. Just to get your attention. You know that, right? He does that too, right? They having heart attack always. They're about to pass out always. They have chest pain always because they know in the health setting, that's what will get you to be running like a dead chicken coming to their aid. Okay. So you know how to learn behaviors that will help you to counteract those behaviors. Techniques that will help change the sequence of interactions that is maintaining the problem. Techniques are what? Straightforward directives. Listen, Miss Caroline, and everybody listen to me. The strategy here is straightforward what? Directives. You don't cut across. It's one and that's it. You say it and you walk away. Okay. Paradoxical directives. So it is straightforward. It is straightforward directives. It is paradoxical directives and reframing belief systems. So the reason I want us to focus on this thing is these three things. These are the three ways of dealing or treating somebody with strategic therapy. You use straightforward directives, you use paradoxical directives, and you use reframing directives. If you're a psych nurse practitioner watching me, you benefit from this, but it's going to help you on your board exams. Okay. So techniques. Oh, so what is the straightforward directive? It's a task that are designed in expectation of the family members' compliance. So these are tasks, the straightforward directives are things you are going to research, Miss Caroline, and everybody, if you want to look into this. You're going to research into tasks that are straightforward, that are going to counteract the person's behaviors. Straightforward directives. Let me read it again. What that means is that you are going to find out patient-specific tasks that are designed to in expectations of the family members' compliance. What can you do to help them comply more and eliminate or diminish the behaviors more? Number two, the paradoxical directives. That's the part I want you to pay attention to. A negative task that is assigned when family members are resistant to change and the member is expected to be non-compliant. Use this technique with caution. So find out what paradoxical directives are. This is a very good strategy, therapy also you can use for kids that are non-compliant. Then the child come all the way, want to kill themselves, want to do this, want to do that. My dear, do it. You need help? One knife, you give it to him, then you walk away. You don't give them straight face. Oh, they want to threaten you. I want to call the police. I want to, or you want to, I can help you get into a foster home. Get it. This is the phone. This is the phone number. You arm them to do it. Then they will look at you like, I thought you'd be sad that I'm going to call the police. Or I thought you'd be sad that I'm going to kill myself. Paradoxical directives. It's a strategy used under strategic therapy. And the third one, reframing belief system. Problematic behaviors are relabeled to have more positive meaning. Example, jealousy reframed to caring. Okay, so depending on this unique situation, each of these directives can apply. But paradoxical is the type that you use for those people with personality disorders, borderline personality disorder. Come and tell you, I want to kill myself. Okay, you want to kill yourself? Okay, this is knife for you. This is gun for you. Take it and keep it moving. Be done. Case closed. They will look at you like, are you crazy? For real? I thought you cared. And you give straight face. You don't act like anything is wrong. You don't feed into the behavior. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Caroline. I appreciate your super chat. God bless you. You see what I'm saying? Offer rope. Yes, yes. Offer rope, and he stops. See what I'm saying? So I know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Miss Caroline. I appreciate this topic. I really enjoy researching into it, and though I didn't read it, prepare because oh my God. Finally, I have access of some of my accounts. I still haven't found my phone, but tomorrow I will still continue. So I have been working on that, and that took a lot of my time away. But this specific article, honestly, if you had to go into the self-help portion and all the treatments they said here, you find it so helpful. I love this article, and I'm sad that I'm not going into it. But I don't want us to. It's 2 hours now. I don't want to waste so much time. But at least you get the gist, you get the scoop. You understand? So, Ms. Caroline, research into this article, this strategic therapy, and especially paradoxical directives. She got it. She want to kill yourself? This is the rope. Go do it. And then they will start looking at you like, you crazy. I thought I was emotional blackmailing. I thought you feel sad that you're gonna lose me. No. And keep it moving. Don't feed. Just like you treat the narcissist. Don't feed into the emotion. Don't worry about it. All right? Ever, I love psychology. Oh, psychology is life. If you can live, it helps you manage your life in a meaningful way. It helps you to be healthy. Your psychological health your physical health is dependent on your psychological health. You ask me. I studied in college. You studied psychology in college. Nice, nice. I really am grateful to have you. I just wish I know how to use this platform, like how Facebook is. I want to see. Like I would have added you so we can have you join. It would have been so nice. Um, you know what? I let's see. Pin message. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't give me how to add her, but if it's Facebook, like, oh, just request and add. It would have been nice to have her, you know, added to the. It would have been nice. You see what I'm saying, guys? So yes, we are at the end, guys. 4 minutes to 2 hours, but I really hope that you enjoyed this session as much as I did. Honestly, I never thought about it that way, that OCD could also have, don't expect me to know everything, but I knowing that. Soon as she said, I said, no, this got to be a personality disorder, not OCD itself like that. And I'm glad that I got to, you see how I learned from you guys too. So please share this video. It will help somebody. And if not, just even the self-help session we got to. That's why I always tell people, even if you are watching these long videos, right? Know the theme. There is a lot of repetition in the middle. Know the theme. What is the concept all about? Understand the OCD versus the OCPD. The explanation I gave, the diagnostic criteria is out of the 8 list. You must have 4, and you must be dealing with this for a very long time. It's affecting and debilitating to your daily life, right? The next thing you have to know is the treatment. That's the part I love. You need to know how to care for yourself, how to cope, how to help somebody in this situation. So always get to like the middle to the end portion so that you get to know the treatment, the coping strategies to apply in the situation when you're watching my long videos. Okay. So that you are not just sticking to wasting your data and listening to me mentioning people's names and stuff like that. I like to interact. I think it makes it fun. It makes you feel like a human being versus going to some platform that, but hey, we're going to probably be moving to those people too, because the hate on Facebook is just too much. My purpose there is not to come and spread hate, but just to come and educate people, raise awareness, and help somebody out, not necessarily. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you. Those who send me the super chat. Oh, I can't do this without you guys. God bless you guys so very much. I want you to consider sending me super chat when you are here because it helps me to pay for data. It helps me to, I have paid for unlimited data now. And still, it's not working on the phone. I don't know why. So I'm considering changing phone companies at the end of the month. It helps me to be able to come. Because imagine me have to pay for data, then have to come, have device. I will need a tablet too. You can volunteer and buy us a good tablet, like a very good Android or whatever tablet. Brand new, people. Brand new. Okay. Buy us a tripod that I'll put here. All right. Help me so I can help you out. Meanwhile, today is the last day. You know how I love you guys. So even though I'm saying the last day, don't be surprised next week I show up here again. But honestly, I just feel like let's put a hold on the cycle edge. I love that you love me and I love that you are here with me. But I want you to consider signing up. Rather, sign up so we'll be in the group, rather like a group therapy session where people will share their experiences. I will teach, we pick a topic, a member of the group will talk about something they are going through, their experiences, and we talk about it and we teach about it. So that would be a monthly fee to join the group, or which is why now I have managers on the upper level support group. So if you send requests and you are not being approved, just know that the managers are just doing their job. They look at it. What are we posting in it? I want the group to be a group that people come and get help. So when I'm going to set up, find how to set up this thing, Google Pay or something like that. You pay a membership fee. You join the group. So that's where we'll be meeting. So only people who paid will be in the group. You understand? Because the group is just there and I'm not active there. I want the group to benefit somebody. So it's going to be a monthly fee, or if I have to be there weekly, then it's going to be a weekly fee. Okay? So think about it. Over here on YouTube too, I have the ability to set up memberships. $49, which will be like, if you pay for the $49, then what you have something like this will be like a master class. You can give me topics that you want to discuss that affect you. We can teach, I can teach you, give you strategies, or we can talk about, I prepare with my topics like I do. So it's going to be a master class sessions. That is $49.99, I think. And then we have $24.99, then we have $9.99, then we have the rest. So think about it. That's the move. That's where we're going to be moving towards, because people are just abusing what I'm doing. They, instead of taking advantage of it, they rather want to bring me as a blogger like all the others are. No, Epa Worldwide is not a blogger. I'm a advocacy page. I'm a page where I coach about mental health, I educate on mental health, coping with life, and all these things we go through with the systems, the legal system, the school systems, and that's what I want to focus on. Okay. Next week, the 21st, is when I'm starting the teen hormonal change masterclass. However, I don't have many patients, many clients. So what I'm doing with that is I set it up individual based, and it's not going to be a 4-week series. Okay. And I didn't think I should be marketing about it, but I posted it there. If you want to join, you would have joined a long time ago, because my time is money. You know, Sundays I work. I used to work, and yes, I bring good paycheck in if I do, but I let all that go to come here. Okay, to come here. So understand that I love what I do. That's why I do it, and I appreciate your love and support a lot. I don't take it for granted. If you think I do, you are deceiving yourself. Okay, but let's get serious with it, instead of coming and everybody come and think they can just come and do what they want to do. Let's get serious with it and do it the right way. So we're going to have a next week. I don't want to do cycle edge. I'd rather do a little video and post short video that is not 2 hours and many people can view it. I'll spend the time doing that than doing this. And also I will spend some time with myself, with my sons. And so next month we start with the membership. If you pay, you come for the support group. If you don't, it's okay. Even if it's one person, I can just gist without person an hour and we are gone. Yeah, we'll do that. And those who want the drama, we can go to Facebook and give it to them whenever we are available to do that. Epa, please, what are some of the needle therapy? I'm not going into that. That will extend this video. It's not necessary. We can do that on another day. And I don't mean to bullshit you or brush you to the side. That's not it. But we have to do that. Ask Miss Caroline. This topic we're doing today was brought up last week. So we can do that next week if you want. Really? Okay. Let's see about that. I'm always cheering you on when you take a firm stand. Ever. Same people have no boundaries. Yes, some people have no, absolutely. You understand? So I appreciate you. I'm going to look into it and we can talk about it when I'm able to. Okay. Or people sign up. Whenever you sign up for this is a question you ask. I prepare, I come, we all talk about it and see how we can use it to help ourselves, our children, our friends. Okay. So we can go topically about needle therapy today, but we can talk about it on another day. We have the group and we have to make good use of the group. Yes. So really, all the people in there and fake people too sometimes. That group is going to be diminished in no time. It's going to be, we're going to add the people that have paid. And because now I was able to change the settings, and with the admins we have on there now, we know how to we have to first you can just request and join. Not anymore. You have to be approved. Your post has to be approved before you can make a post in the group. That's how it's going to be. So I'm going to have a list. I'm going to find out how to figure it out. Post, you pay for the membership fee, and you join. We add you to the group. That's how it's going to be. And your membership we have to know your identity. It can't be fake accounts. So we have to have your identity, because we are humans, and we are moving away from, so we have to know you, your picture, your real human. You pay, we have your identity as a pay in your private life. Okay, this is the name you go by with your payment. However, this is your account, this is your picture, this is so that we can relate like humans. We are human beings, we are social beings. We must learn to associate on that level versus hiding and casting insult and abuse because we don't even have values and boundaries in our lives. We're not doing that anymore. Hey, I'm late, but on was out all day. Sorry. Oh, sorry that you did miss it, but it's here, honey. It's here. You can always watch, go back and watch. They tried to take advantage of Epa's knowledge, and I hate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing psycho ed anymore. Of course, I love to teach. So if I get triggered, I'll come and yes. But for us to do this kind of level, no, you have to pay a monthly membership. So you guys can propose it. I don't like to charge. I am very cheap. I am expensive. I know my value, but I consider you. I don't like to break your bonds. I don't like to. You can donate to me. Like today, Miss Didi just surprised me with a very pleasant donation. And I was like, what, did I deserve this? But some of you love me so much, and it's just, I can't even imagine. I don't know how to go about it, but I'm just grateful I have you guys. You understand? So you pay a monthly membership, at least $20 or $50, and you join. So imagine joining a monthly team and paying $50 a month, and you get to have 2 sessions of therapy whereby it may not be structured like your therapist, but we sit, we have fun, we communicate, we engage, you associate at the comfort of your bed, and you don't feel like thinking that for that 2 hours or whatever your brain is off your thinking. Think about it. And then we have to find a way to pay also our admins who helps to manage the page. Think about it. Giving them stipends, like gift cards and stuff. We have to make good use of the platform in a healthy way. Meanwhile, I'll use the time next week to rather shoot a video and post on YouTube. Okay, that is fair. Pay the dollar for therapy weekly. Yes, yes. So if you want us to do the weekly, we can consider maybe $50 a month membership. So then I will consider coming weekly, every week. Every week, like we do the Sundays, we do our psycho ed group session. We do that every week. That will be $50. But if you want us to do twice a month, that will be like $30 membership. And you don't have to go and pay your therapist for $300 per session per 45 minutes. Once 30 minutes hit, they are looking at their time, then they're trying to suck you out, send you off. The ball is in your court. So I just need help with. I'm going to find out how I'm going to set that up. So you just click and you sign up and you pay. Once you pay, I give your name, your account information, your Facebook identity to your to the admins. Then they add you. We have 2 admins right now on the page. Okay. We have to make sure we are making good use of the platform versus just everybody sharing from people's pages to the group. No, it has to be solely, and then the videos I do will be in there. people can go back and play it back. When somebody joined the group, later on they can have it. They can go and listen to all the helpful sessions we had that are in there. All right. Thank you all so much. I love you and God bless you. And then it will be even more lovely if we can have if you guys pay, we can even have a paid Zoom platform whereby I send a link to everybody to join. So the admins will be managing it, whereby they will see if it's time for us to meet. Somebody look at your identity, your name. You have to join with your real name that we know. That way they can approve, because you cannot send the Zoom link to someone else to be joining. We can't do that. Yes, yes, to be safe to share. Yes, yes. You see what Miss Caroline is saying. If you understand how group therapy works, somebody can come and share their personal experience. You understand? So because we are in a structured uh, environment, Zoom will be helpful, even because then we are not even recorded. And specific people, your name, your identity that you paid is the person that's going to be added. When you request to join the link, they look at you and then add you to join. They check. Today we have 10 people joining. Okay, admins are looking and checking the roster. And after everybody join, or we can join, we'll give up to 15 minutes, and then you can join up to whenever. But if you don't come from the beginning, it's your loss, because you have paid. So you have to join on time, so you don't lose out, you don't miss out. So that's how the group really is going to work out. So next week we're not going to have psychoeducation. For the rest of the month, we're not going to be having psychoeducation. We're going to work on better ways to help society than people coming to use our knowledge and still insult us. It's not worth it. I love you guys. Let's head on to Facebook and go and watch those who like drama. Let them come. You see, they'll be busy commenting, posting, and distracting and asking you to talk about Quora and Quora this and Quora that. Let's see if my account works. I think it should be working. I don't know. I've been having all these kind of struggles with. Yes, I can do psychoeducation in subscribers group, but come on. So right now, the subscribers group is only 22 people we have there. We can have a different plan for the subscribers group. We can have a weekly challenge in the subscribers group. You understand? However, because people are paying $4.99. If we have like 200, 500 people in that group, then if you are doing psychoeducation, it's worth it. You understand? For psychoeducation, strictly, it's going to be a group support session, like how you go to AA, something that you come and learn, like I teach here, but also someone will also feel confident and comfortable with sharing, so we all get to learn. So you have to sign up to join. Really, if you don't sign up, we can add you, and it's going to be either bi-weekly or weekly. If it's weekly, $50 each. If it's bi-weekly, it's $30 each. And until we figure that out and people sign up for it, I won't be doing psychoed anymore. All right, but I will do my videos, short videos, and share as usual. And that's also going to be teaching anyway. But you won't have the interaction part of it, and you won't have people sharing part of it. But with the support group, I'm teaching, somebody is sharing, we are exchanging knowledge. If I have to read, somebody brings something up, we have to read it, we read it, so we all get to learn right away, instantaneously. Yes, Miss Caroline, trust me, they're gonna have to pay for it. Let the game begin, honey bunch. Yep. Get up, wake up, collect your money. Collect your money. Yes, that's how it's gonna be. I'm in the subscriber group and was wondering if you will merge groups. Yes, the problem with the subscriber group is that I don't know if I can change the setting. Facebook made it that you get added automatically as a subscriber. I don't do that. And when I was setting it up, I set it up on that note. But really, I would love to change the subscriber group to what I'm saying. But the subscriber group is a stipend like a support for me for the page also. So really, I can't do nothing about it, But again, and then one thing I love about the subscribers, right? The subscribers are subscribers, but they are also one of my biggest cheerleaders here that support me here. Miss Caroline sent me $20 super chat today. Miss Cole sent super chat. Someone other also sent super chat. And majority of them, they are in the subscriber group already. If you go to Facebook, they are the same people sending me stars all the time. Think about it. You understand? So really, they are my support. So why not just have a support group for all of us to benefit from it? But understand that it's not going to be less than $50 a month, a monthly fee of $50 to join that. Yeah. So the subscriber group that we say is just $4.99. I did that for a purpose so that if you don't think through it to want to support me with what I do, my charity work I do, Guys, thank you so much. And we are going to Facebook, but I don't know if it will connect or not. You know what? We have had about $410 and we are going to use it to send to the lady. I sent her $1 today and I think she confirmed it. I'm going to see what's going on there. And then, I think what I want to talk about today was about Mercy Gunner, right? So I really want to turn it into a video and put on YouTube. But again, I can just give the drama people who want drama. Let's go there. I'm not decided on what I want to talk about. Oh, I want to also talk a little bit about the KO family. Sometimes I don't want to get involved in the trending issues because then people, that's where the hate comes from. They don't understand why you are saying what you are saying, then they just come in. Today I saw some people on the page basically yelling on top of her truth in the chat. Cora will never get custody of the kids. Justin is going to do this. I said, look at this one, stressed up early morning. I don't argue anymore. I just block them. But when I block like that, the message goes away to peace of mind for you and myself. Why are you associating with a platform that will cause you to be yelling early in the morning? I beg. Thank you, guys. Let's go to YouTube, Facebook. I appreciate all of you for coming. I appreciate all of you for coming. Let's go to Facebook and see how we can spend another 30 minutes there with the drama queens and kings. The drama kings and queens. Thank you. I appreciate your presence here today. And I appreciate your contribution, Miss Caroline. And I appreciate you people who sent super chat. And I appreciate you people who came to learn. God bless all of you. Once again, my name is Epa Worldwide or Mama Godwins. And I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, you'll see a bell, push it. It will give you the option to turn on your notification. So when I get to put something out, you get to have food of it. All right? Don't forget to share this video with somebody to benefit from it. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of the Sunday. Most of you are probably in Monday already. The Europeans, yes, the Europeans who don't want to teach me the European accents. Where is Dorcas? Dorcas joined last time, and I was so in love with her accents, guys. You guys need to teach me the European accents. All right, so I can come and visit you guys in Europe one day and be able to speak like you guys. I don't know that's ever gonna happen, but I just want you to know I love European accents. Yes. God bless you all. And I'll see you guys when we are decisive, when we are able to get you to sign up. But no more Psycho Ed. I'll be posting videos, obviously, but no more spending hours doing Psycho Ed, especially for the people who don't appreciate it. I love you guys so very much. Have a wonderful evening. Yes, people.